We have a live premiere every single week with our biggest transformation series. We are in season 5, and this is where we are journeying with a cast of people who have declared war on these pesky pounds, war on their weight, and you're basically watching their journey, watching them, like they're battling all the same things that you have battled when it comes to your weight. They are just finding ways to win those battles versus consistently losing the battles, which we've all been there. And so tonight we are going to be talking about 7 things, that was awesome. 7 things not to do if you are trying to lose weight. Like 7 don't do if I'm trying to lose weight. Like 7 things you shouldn't do if you are trying to lose weight. All right. And so before we dive in, if you have not taken a moment and smashed the subscribe button, make sure to do that. If you have not joined our growing community, I'd love to have you as a part of it. You'll be the first one alerted when applications open up for season 6 of The Biggest Transformation, which is going to be happening in a couple weeks. When applications open, any major announcements, any launches, any tips or recipes, anything like that, you'll be the first one to be notified. So make sure to smash the subscribe button and also give us a like. It really helps out the channel here on YouTube. It tells YouTube that people like this content, they want to see more of it, and it helps us grow the channel, help more people, which is what we're here to do. And so let's go ahead and dive in. 7 things not to do, 7 things you shouldn't do, 7 things you're going to stop doing if you want to lose weight. All right, number 1, and this one should, I think, common sense isn't always common sense. And I think most of us know this one, but we do it. We do it. All of us that are overweight have done it and continue to do it. And it just makes no sense. It doesn't work. So number 1 thing not to do for weight loss is starve yourself. Do not starve yourself. You will never starve yourself to the body that you want. And weight loss, however you lose the weight, you must be willing to, that's how you're going to have to maintain it. And so starving yourself, my gosh, you lose muscle mass. It can jack up your hormones. It can jack up your metabolism. Don't starve yourself. There is no reason to starve yourself when you are trying to lose weight. You should never have to eat less than 1,200 calories. If you're on a diet and they're telling you to eat less than 1,200 calories, I would not be doing it. Even if it takes you, I can remember doing diets where I was eating 500 calories. Sure, I lost weight quicker, but what good is it if it takes me 4 months versus 8 months if the next 20 years I pack all the weight back on and I'm right back where I started? So it's about long-term success. It's about you losing it and keeping it off. And you don't have to starve yourself to lose the weight. And again, in case you missed it, you lose muscle mass. When you starve yourself, your body starts eating your muscle because it thinks it's starving. And that takes a lot longer to build back. It can also jack up your hormones, your metabolism, can slow your metabolism down because your body's going, what are you doing to me? Just don't do it. Eat your food. When you fuel your body properly, it actually revs up your metabolism. You lose weight, you lose weight still rapidly, but you're able to maintain it. So number 1, don't starve yourself. Number 2, don't ignore giving your body rest. Don't ignore the fact that your body needs rest to go. If you want to get your body to go, if you want to get your body to perform, you've got to make sure you're giving it rest. Everyone needs anywhere from 7 to 8 hours of sleep per night. I normally like to go with 8 hours. That way, if it takes me time to fall asleep, that way I get 7 solid hours of sleep. But 7 to 9 hours of sleep is normally the sweet spot for most people. And you want to make sure you're getting your rest. When you are, so often when people start trying to lose weight, they spend all this time working out, they're doing all this, and their body's just not resting. And so they get tired, they get frustrated, they get sore. Their body starts going, F you, because it's what are you doing to me? It's not sustainable. And to be honest with you, it's really not necessary. And so make sure you're getting your sleep. And when your body's not resting, it actually increases your hunger. Your hunger increases. Your cravings go up when your body's not getting the right amount of rest. And so not getting rest, we're going to be having a video coming up where we talk all about rest and how important it is, because we've all heard get your sleep, but so many times we ignore it. I am telling you, it slows down your weight loss. It increases your cravings. Your body's going to be more sore. You're going to have more swelling. It increases hunger when you're not rested. So it's making you're more hungry, you have more cravings, you're more bloated, your metabolism has slowed down when your body's not getting enough rest. All of those things make it legitimately harder to lose weight. Don't do it. You don't have to do it. Don't do it. Get your freaking sleep. All right, number three. Don't cardio yourself to death. So often when people are losing weight, they're like, yes, I just need to do cardio. I just need to get on my bike and ride for hours a day. I just need to go running. I just need to do cardio for, bazillion hours in the gym. I just need to get on the elliptical and the treadmill and just go. No, you don't. No, you don't. Cardio, and it's a huge myth that has been proven to be outdated and to not be factual, is just a steady state of cardio all the time. And so, well, cardio can be good. It is not the only thing. If you're somebody who works out, I'm a big fan of working out. It helps keep you healthy, keeps you strong. It really torches up the fat loss, helps you lose weight faster. But with that being said, resistance training, weight training, HIIT training, where you go hard and then you stop, and then you go hard and then you stop, is going to be much better for your body for building lean muscle mass, which is better for you maintaining your weight loss long term. When you do too much cardio, a lot of times it just doesn't support lean muscle mass. And having lean muscle mass is what's going to help you keep the weight off once you lose it. Okay? Lean muscle mass helps jack up your metabolism because you have to eat more to fuel the lean muscle. I'm not talking about big bulky muscles, lean muscles. All right? So do not do hours and hours and hours of cardio. If you want to do some cardio, HIIT training is really where it's at. Resistance training, all of those things, a combination. If you want to throw some cardio in there, take a bike ride. I get on my bike and I ride it, like my indoor bike with the thing, several times a week, but I don't do it every single day for hours and hours and hours. 30 to 40 minutes, a couple times a week. And then I couple that with HIIT training, resistance training. It's what I've been doing for, almost over 8 years now. So number 4, don't ignore your hormones. Don't ignore your hormones. These have a massive impact on our hormones can have a massive impact on our metabolism. And if our hormones, they can have a massive impact on fatigue. And so often when people are trying to lose weight, they end up jacking up their hormones because either they're working out way too much, way too hard, so it jacks up their hormones, or they're eating way too little. Or sometimes it's a combination of those. They're working out way too hard and they're not eating enough, and so their hormones wind up getting jacked up. And you can straighten out your hormones. It just takes, you have to straighten them out. It's like, creating a big ball of like messed up yarn. You can untangle it, but it takes a little while to untangle it. So don't ignore your hormones. When your hormones get jacked up, it makes weight loss harder. It increases fatigue. So now you're tired, your weight loss isn't moving, you get frustrated and you quit. All right. So don't jack up your hormones. And the biggest way people do it, overworking out, not eating enough, not enough water, not enough rest. Perfect recipe to jack up the hormones. And this is what most people who try to lose weight end up doing. 1, 2, if not all of them. All right. Number 5, do not expect perfection. Do not expect perfection. All right. It is about progress. It's not about perfection. It is about progress. It's about failing forward. When we have a standard of perfection that we're going to live up to, a standard of perfection that I'm going to do this or I'm done, or I'm going to, anytime we have a line in the sand and we just have this expectation of perfection, it never leads anywhere. It never leads anywhere good. Again, it's about progress. It's about moving forward. It's not about perfection. It's, did I do better than I did yesterday? Did I do better than I did last week? Am I making progress towards my goals? It's about recovering quickly. When you do mess up, it's not giving yourself a free pass to go mess up and eat all the cheese and the French fries and the pizza and the brownies. No, it's about getting better. It's about beating your last best. And when you do mess up, because it's not when, it's not if we mess up, it's when we mess up, because we're all human beings. It's how quickly will I recover? How quickly will I stomp my feet, pout around, stay in frustration, stay in messed up land, or will I say, no, crap, I took a bite of the cookie, that's it. Cookie's in the trash, I'm back on track. How quickly can you recover when you get off track, all right? Number 6, do not cut out food groups. Do not cut out food groups. I used to believe that eating fat made me fat and that eating carbs made me fat. No, there are all the different food groups that we are designed to have in balance, in the right balance. And so yes, you don't just want to eat fat, you don't just want to eat carbs, you don't just want to eat protein, but it's eating the proper amount of the right food groups. So eating fats, eating carbs, eating proteins. And when you eat those in the right balances, when you eat them together correctly, you're going to reduce cravings. Protein, by the way, is your friend, and it's really hard to overeat on protein. Have you ever tried to overeat on steak? It's hard. Or overeat on chicken, or overeat on salmon. Like, it's really hard to overeat on protein. And one of my general rules is to have protein with every meal. I most of the time put my carbs in the morning time because carbs are designed to fuel. They give you fuel. And so I have my carbs mostly with breakfast, sometimes with lunch, hardly ever with dinner, because that is fuel throughout the day. Same thing with most of my fat. Most of my morning and lunch, I have fat with each of those and carbs, and that helps fuel me to keep my energy levels high all throughout the day. Even when I was losing weight, I never got to the point where I didn't have energy because I ate a lot of my fat and a lot of my carbs in the morning, which gave me energy for the entire day. All right. But don't cut out food groups. We need them. We need all of them. Carbs. We need fats. We need proteins. It's just eating them in the right balances, in the right quantities. All right. And the last and final one is stress management. Stress management. So we're not going to ever get out of this life without having stress thrown at us. And there are several different kinds of stress. There can be stress that comes from a job, stress that comes from a fight with our spouse, stress that comes from raising kids, stress that comes from, money issues, stress that comes from, external sources. Then there's things that we do to stress our body, which can be what we feed it, hydration, water, working out, sleep. All those things also can cause stress on our body. And so it's really important that you're managing the stress. So again, you're not working out too much. Because if you work out 3, 4, 5 hours a day, that can cause too much stress on your body, especially if you're not fueling it properly with the right nutrition. Not eating enough can stress your body. Being on a starvation diet, eating under 1,200 calories, not being hydrated causes stress on your body. Not getting enough sleep causes stress on your body. And we're in control of all those things. People are like, Carmen, I just didn't get enough sleep. I'm like, what are you going to do about that? Like, you are in control of you. Freaking lay your tail down, shut down the Netflix, shut off the whatever, and sleep. Sleep. It's really good for you. It's good for me too. 7 to 9 hours a night. All right. So sleep. So those are the things that we can control. The other things that we can't control is our boss, our spouse, our kids, right? Like, we can't control the traffic. We can't control, someone stealing our bank card and taking thousands of dollars out of our bank account. Like, we can't control those things, right? But it's about managing the stress. It's not about trying to get out of life without it, but managing it. So this is where making sure you're hydrated, making sure you're getting the proper amount of rest, making sure you're fueling your body to perform at peak levels. All those things are going to help you manage stress. Making sure, take a walk. For me, exercise has become part of my stress management. Working out 6 days a week, 30 to 60 minutes a day, depending on what season I'm in of life. But that has become part of my stress management. When I feel stress creeping in, sometimes I'll get on my bike in my basement in my workout place and I'll put on some tunes and I will spin, right? That's become part of my stress management. Taking a walk versus how I used to cope with stress. I would down or kill a cheesecake, a carrot cake, a pint of ice cream. Like, I used to self-medicate with food. Now I've learned ways to manage my stress versus letting it manage me. But you know, when you spend time in chronic stress and you're just walking around a big old jumbled ball of stress, it elevates your blood sugar levels. It increases your cortisol levels. Like it doesn't do anything good. It jacks up your hormones. It doesn't do anything good for you. So it's being aware of your stress, managing it, and all of these things combined. All these 7 things. Don't starve yourself. Don't be stupid and not sleep. Don't ignore the fact that your body needs rest. Number 3, don't cardio yourself to death. Cardio is good to have in there, but don't just do cardio. You want to make sure your resistance training, HIIT training, all those things, not just cardio. Number 4, don't ignore your hormones. Number 5, don't expect perfection. Number 6, don't cut out food groups. And last but not least, freaking manage your stress. All right? If you do those things, you don't want to do those things, because when you do them, it makes weight loss incredibly frustrating. Incredibly frustrating. And we end up quitting. And we end up jacking ourselves up and losing weight and only gaining it back. And these are all simple things that we have 100% control over. And so next week, we are going to be live here on the channel, and got a special little treat coming at you. So do not miss it. We will be back live next Tuesday, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and we will see you then. So thanks for watching.